for our order card, we need to generate a new file in our shared folder, so we can use that order card anywhere we want. So we say order card.js, and then we can start configuring it. So first we need our imports, and we'll need the React, the use effect, and the use state, all from our React library. Then from the native library we need the view, the text, and our style sheet. And this comes from our React native library. Then from native base we will simply need the picker, where we can select the status. So from native base, and then we need also the icon, and we say import icon from our React native. This is from the vector icons, and we again use the font awesome. Then we also need our custom, our style components, that will be the traffic light first. That comes from our same folder, style components, and we have the traffic light. We also need our button, so we can call our easy button, again from same folder, style components, and easy button. Then we also will be making use of our toast. So the toast that comes from our React native toast message. And finally our imports to handle the API call. So first we need to do is the async storage, React native community async storage. Then we will need the Axios, so we'll import Axios from the Axios library, and finally our base URL. So our base URL from our assets, common, and base URL. So all our imports are done. Now we can create the component. Then we can say const order card, and this component will receive some props, and then we open the component and we just make a return, and then we can already export it. So export default order card. So then in our component we need to have some state variables to handle our event. So first thing we need is our order status, and this order status will be to handle the 3 events that we pass in our backend. So it'll be the pending, the shipped, and the delivery state. Then we can check it in our admin panel and also change the state of it on our admin panel. So set order status, and this will be a use state with initial state as empty. Then we also, for the same matter, we need a status text, so we can change the text, and we say set status text, again the use state as empty. Then we'll also need another one called status change. Then we say set status change, and we set it as use state empty. So also we need our token that comes from our async storage. So we say set token, and we say use state also empty. Then we also will check a method to change the color of our card depending on the status of the order. So it's just set a variable for that called card color, and then we set card color, and again as empty. Now we will make use of our use effect, where we can check our status, so we can change our status of our call. So we have to call everything here. So what we need to do is just check with if statements the status of our order. So we say if, and we say props status, so this will be propped from whatever we call this component. So in this case we will call it from our orders page. If the status is equal to 3, meaning that is pending, we will set our order status to our traffic light, and we call it unavailable. Status 3 means unavailable, and we have to set our status text to pending. Then to set the card color, I will give it a card color, and you can copy it, so it will be the hash E74C3C. But then this will not working because we need to set these values somewhere. Next up we have our else if, and for our else if we can copy this props status here and paste it, give it a space here, and just say if it's 2. Again, we need to set all of these methods here so we can copy them, and say the traffic light will be the limited, so we'll use exactly the same colors for the availability of the product, and here we'll say it's shipped, and the color will be the hash F1C40F. And now we will have to return the last one, that is the number 1. So again, copy these 3 methods here, and we say now the traffic light is available. The status text will be delivered, and the color we can give a hash of 2ECC71. Then we also return again the 3 methods in our return function empty. Then again clean up also this array here, and it's set. And now we can create our UI here. So first thing we need is a view, and inside of this view another view that will take a text, and this text we can already call it order number, and this order number props the ID of this order, so we can just say props ID, so the number will appear on top. And before we continue, we need to style already this part, so we can create our style sheet. Say const styles equal to style sheet dot create, and we open our object, and the first one that we need will be the container that will have a padding of 20, a margin of 10, and the border radius of 10 as well. I forgot the symbol here. Then we also need a title, and the title will have the background color as ash 62 B1 F6. Then we also need a padding of 5. And now we can apply these styles here. So first view will have our container, so say style dot container, and the second will be the title, so say style styles dot container. And for now we can maybe test it, so we go to our orders page, and here in our flat list we have to pass our order card, but first we need to import it. So come here, we say order card from shared folder and our order card. Then here in our flat list where we have our text, we can say simply order card. That will pass also the navigation already, so this is a standard procedure, so it props the navigation and also will pass the entirety of our item object that we called here. Now if we save, we already have our order numbers appearing here because we created 2 orders. They are already appearing here because we created here.